Focus. Why are you not focusing? Focus on that. There you go. The beauty in that. I know it's an old kit. It's the old kit like 2 years ago. Yeah. Team that will win the league this season. I'm just kidding.
Okay guys, so sorry for the quality of this video. The camera lighting isn't the best and also the mic isn't the greatest. I hope you enjoy nonetheless. Also, a quick note that this video was recorded before the 4th round in Serie A.
Yo guys, and welcome to yet another video on this channel. This is the second or third video. I think it's going to be the second once I upload it. But yeah, things are getting very exciting. Football right now is quite an up and down situation because of the whole situation going on right now. And I have some notes here. If you see me looking down, it's because I've got notes, because I am doing a Serie A prediction video. Now I know Serie A has already started. You can be like, oh well, you know, Serie A has already started. You've got a bit of a how would you even say it? Advantage on any other person that has done it right now. Not really. Realistically, anything could happen. The league could get postponed literally after 2-3 more like rounds of football. Like Juventus have been given a 3-0 win against Napoli because they haven't been able to travel to Turin, and Napoli have been given a -1 point deduction. Not going to question it. Don't think it's completely fair, but my opinion. If you want me to do a video speaking about all that, I can, but it won't be a long video because my opinion is basically not one-sided, but anyways, forget that. We're doing a Serie A prediction video and we're going to get right into it. We're going to start from the bottom, and completely from the bottom, and we're starting with Crotone. Crotone, so obviously they're a new promoted side, and Milan have already played against them. I am pretty sure we beat them 2-0. So their club is based around 40 million, and I don't know, Crotone, they have some decent players. They have some decent-ish players, which could, in the end, keep them up. They're not doing well, and obviously, like other teams that are not doing well, I don't think they're going to be able to recuperate, even though they have the time to. But they did not start the season off well. Obviously, they have started the season with quite a few hard opponents. Basically, the main players that they have is Ciccarini, who scored against Milan a few years ago. They have Alex Cordas, who I think was with them when they came up last time, and he's a decent keeper, I'm not going to lie. Also Siligardi, who I think they bought from Hellas Verona, or he used to play for Hellas Verona at one point in his career. So, decent players. So, realistically, can you say that they can survive? Maybe, but I don't think they can. I'm putting them as 20th. In 19th place, I have put in Spezia. Many people are going to probably judge my predictions a lot because Spezia did do well against some very high tier level teams. It's just that I don't think the small teams are going to be able to cope this season. With everything going on, I don't think they're going to be able to cope, and that is why I have put them in 19th place. They have some very, very good players like Pobega. I keep saying his name wrong. He's a Milan youngster. I think his name is Pobega, and he's got potential. He's got a lot of potential, along with Galabinov, who just got injured in the match against us when we beat them 3-0, and he's one of the top scorers. He scored 3 goals already, which is hinting that they will survive, but I don't think they have enough. And I put them 19th, as you can see, and I think they're going down. Sorry, very, very sorry, but Zoet is not going to be able to save you, neither is Galabinov. You're going down, 19th place for Spezia. Now, 17th place, or wait, 18th place, made a mistake. May shock some people, may really shock some people. I've seen people put Udinese, I've seen people put Cagliari, I've seen people put Torino, I've seen people put so many different teams. Fiorentina were close to relegation last year. You thought I was going to say them? No, I'm saying Genoa. Genoa have been close to relegation a few seasons in a row, and this year, with all of the players that are out now for who knows how long, they could be out for so long, and it's gonna harm their position in the league, and that's why I've got them at 18th place. Moran, yeah, forgot that for a second. Moran always keeps teams up. I think there was probably a few times that he let a team down and got them relegated, but he always manages to somehow keep teams up in the Serie A, and I think this is going to be one of the times that he's not going to be able to keep them up. Not for his. It's not going to be his fault. I don't think it's going to be the players' fault either. It's just they're not going to be able to cope with everything going on, and that's why they're going down for me. Realistically, they have great players like Destro, Perrin, Marchetti. I'm pretty sure Piaka's gone with them now, or is that Cagliari? That's Cagliari, I think. Making mistakes. They brought in Samaka. Actually, no, Piaka did. Yeah, Piaka has gone with them. Samaka, Sassuolo talent. Milan was on him. Now Genoa have got him. It's just they've got so many good talents. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to make it in Serie A next season. Okay, so next up, almost getting relegated, is going to be Parma. Now Parma obviously went bankrupt a few years ago, and now they are back into Serie A. They did well last season. I don't think they're going to do as well this season. They have Liveriani as coach, and right now they have quite a good team. Not many players out, not many players injured. So I think they're going to just be able to get that edge on Genoa. They have brought in some good signings like Cyprien, Hernani, etc. And they have some good star players like former Milan player Kuchka, former Genoa and Arsenal. Genoa? Where'd that come from? Former Roma and Arsenal player Gervinho. And obviously I think they've got the depth and the spirit to stay up into next season at least. That's why I put Parma in 17th place. Now in 16th place I have put in Sampdoria, Ranieri's Sampdoria. And a lot of you will be like, why have you put Sampdoria there? Realistically, they're not getting higher than 15th, I don't think. They have Ranieri as coach, so they're not getting relegated. He did great things with Leicester. But I don't think they have the capability, the players to get into that top 10. I don't think they do. They have obviously Keita Balde coming in, Candreva coming in. Candreva, I think he's past his prime and he's going to be declining. Quagliarella, already been seeing that decline in him. And you've got Audero as goaler who saves a lot of shots but obviously can't keep everything out. And they've also got Damsgaard, but he's not going to be able to push them into that top 10 or European spot. So this is a fan favourite of mine because they have Inzaghi as coach, and it is Benevento, finishing in 15th place. Now they have decent depth, and yeah, they have no players or barely any players that are going for national team football, which means they're going to have a lot of players fit when some other teams won't have players fit. And I think that's a big edge. A lot of the smaller teams have less players going to the national team than bigger teams. So I think that's a big edge for the smaller teams, especially in this time and age. And realistically, they have some very good players like Lapadula, Glick, Caprari. Some of these already scoring goals for them. And they've also got an Infalque, and you know, their manager's Inzaghi. They did amazingly in Serie B last season, so I put them in 15th, staying up in Serie A, and staying up with quite a big margin. Now in 14th place, I have put in Udinese. Now this will be a shock to a lot of you, I think, as Udinese has been put in the relegation teams for a lot of Italian football watchers out there. And why? Because I think they can do it. I think they can do it. They have a coach who I have not really heard of, I'm pretty sure, no, Luca Gotti. But they have some star players like Depaul, who was meant to leave and they kept him. They have Lasagna, mix them two up. They have Okaka, they have Delafeu, they brought in Delafeu. Delafeu he is a good player and he has got a place in my heart because he used to play for AC Milan. He's an amazing player, he's talented. I don't know why Milan didn't take him in, I don't know why Fiorentina didn't take him in, but we'll talk about Fiorentina and Milan a bit later in the predictions. Udinese for me, finishing 14th place. Now in 13th place, I think it's going to be former coach of AC Milan's team, Gianpaolo. Gianpaolo coaching Torino, I think it was a good move for him to go to Torino. I think their team fits his style of play much better than our team fits his style of play, because our team, it didn't fit his style of play. Realistically speaking, he wasn't a major problem, I don't think. There was problems with the management at that time. There was problems with management quite a lot lately. But I think he was the type of person that we didn't need at that point. We didn't need Gianpaolo. We needed a different coach. To be honest, if you would have asked me back then, I would have said no to Pioli as well. But Pioli is doing great things right now. But we'll talk about that a bit more into the video. Right now we're talking about Torino, and I think they're going to be finishing 13th for the simple reason that they have Zaza. They have a player who won't stop scoring this season in 3 games. I think he's got 3 goals. same as Galabinov, and it's just incredible. Belotti still continues to score. He could be a good replacement for Ibrahimovic when Ibrahimovic does decide to leave or retire. And honestly, I think they're going to finish 13th. They have Linetti, they have Ricardo Rodriguez from Milan, they have signed Singu, Muru and Bonazzoli. They have not started the best. Last year they didn't have the best season, but I think Paolo can pick them up even though he did not pick us up. Mid-table team, I think they're going to finish around mid-table. So now in 12th place we have Bologna, a team that their coach has been through a lot of stuff this year, and thank God he survived. But yeah, he is a fighter. He was also a former coach of AC Milan, and that is Mihailovic. He is a great coach. I think he can do majorly good things with Bologna if they get him a few more signings in. Right now, he hasn't got the best team in my opinion, but I think because he's a good coach, he has some experienced players, he has some young players, he can push for at least almost that top 10 finish and finish in 12th with the likes of Palacio, Orlosini, Soriano, Medel, obviously with the likes of Tomiyasu, who Milan was after, De Silvestri, Vignato and Calabresi. I think he can do it. He's going to be finishing in 12th place for me. Now, a team that may come as a surprise for you guys might have them higher up. Obviously, let me know your predictions in the comments so I do know what you guys think. But yeah, Cagliari for me are 11th, they are next, they are in 11th place. Their coach is Di Francesco, who didn't do great things with some teams, but then did great things with others. Pretty sure he was the coach that got Roma past Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League, which was amazing game. But yeah, he has some great players coming off of that season. Coming off of last season, they didn't have amazing players. They got rid of Nainggolan. He didn't come back with them in the end. Godin, Simeone, João Pedro and Cranio. Cranio, amazing goalkeeper. If I had to choose a goalkeeper to replace Donnarumma, it would be Cranio for sure. Again, another small team, not having many national players. You know, they've got a few good players out there. They've brought in Sotil, Unaz, Simeone. The thing is, if João Pedro fails to score, Simeone isn't the most clinical of finishers, so I'm worried about their attack. But other than that, if their attacking players can start to score, I think they can do great things, and I think they will finish in 11th place. Hellas Verona is next, and they are exactly mid-table, mid-tier. Their coach is Ivan Juric. They have some star players like Benassi, Kalinic, Barak, Miguel Veloso and Favilli. Favilli scored a goal recently with them. Kalinic, obviously a former Milan player. Not doing great with Milan, but then when he went to Roma, I think, Fiorentina before us, and I think he went back with them. He did decent, so I think for Hellas Verona he will be a great signing, and he will score them goals. He will definitely score them goals. And they've got DiMarco Vitale Tameze, who I've seen play, and he is in a good state. He is a very, very good youngster, and he can do great things. He might even be picked up by a bigger team next season. Obviously Benassi coming from Fiorentina, Barak coming from Udinese, Ilic, Reg, Salcedo, Badu, Vieira, coming in some great players, like mid-tier players definitely, but some great players from different mid-tier clubs. They've got Chetin as well from Roma, centre-back. So, you know, again, not many national team players either. Hellas Verona are going to do great things, and I think they will finish in top 10. They could finish higher, they could finish lower, but I'm placing them in that 10th place. So, now in 9th place I have put Sassuolo, who have De Zerbi as coach. They've gotten in some good players, and they already have some star players in Sassuolo. They have the likes of Boga, Caputo, who is scoring goals for fun. He's also scoring goals with the national team. They have Locatelli, Consigli, Berardi, who always likes to score a goal against Milan. Basically, I think Sassuolo will finish in 9th place for the simple reason that they have a good all-rounded team, not many national team players, a great striker in Caputo, a great winger in Berardi, a good goalkeeper in Consigli, and a good all-rounded midfielder in Locatelli, who will be playing the passes through to Caputo so he can net them in. Okay. Next on the list are Fiorentina, making a big comeback from their previous seasons, and realistically they have great players. Obviously they fell to Sampdoria, I'm not sure how that happened, but they have some great players, and their coach might be getting replaced by Sarri, who I think going to Juventus wasn't a great idea for him. Juventus were not the squad for him. He won the Scudetto with Juventus, and they still sacked him, which was a bit unfair. But yeah, talking about Fiorentina, they got Jack Bonaventura from us. They still have Milinkovic in the team. They sold Chiesa to Juventus. They got Callejon in at Fiorentina instead of Chiesa, who I think was a perfect purchase. Not a big fan of Chiesa, realistically. So Callejon, I think, is a decent replacement and will do much more for them than Chiesa has done. Kuiname, a great goal scorer. He's had some unlucky chances right now at Fiorentina, but I think he can break up the defense in some teams and score some great goals in Fiorentina colours. Obviously, they have brought in some other players like Amrabat, Eserci, Boria, Duncan, Igor, Lucas Martinez as a centre-back who Milan was interested in a few years ago, Irola, Saponara and Birai from Inter. Their coach is right now Iachini, but he might change into Sarri. I'm not sure yet. There's also Allegri on the market, and there's also Pochettino on the market. Either of them, any of them, could change into the manager of Fiorentina this season. Now, Roma, for me, is finishing in 7th place for the simple reason that they don't have enough. They don't have enough depth. They have many players going to the national team. With the situation going on right now, I could have put them lower. Realistically, they're strengthening their defense when they don't need to, because their coach does not focus on defense. He focuses on attack. Paulo Fonseca does not focus on defense. And they brought in some great players like Smalling, Kumbula, Pedro, Boria, Marial from Real Madrid, the last guy. But then they've also got injuries on Zaniolo, and that's going to hurt them. And they've also got injuries on a few other players. Obviously, Veretout is an amazing player, Spinazzola, Smalling, Pedro and Dzeko, they are all star players. So is Zaniolo, but he is out. If they had Zaniolo, possibly a 6th place finish. But I think their rivals, Lazio, are going to get the better of them. I've got Roma at 7th, Lazio at 6th. Lazio, they have more depth. They have more depth than Roma. Roma don't have the depth that Lazio have, and Roma sold a lot of attacking players when the coach bases a lot of his football on attacking football. It is a bit crazy in my head to imagine Roma this season when they based their signings on the defense. It's a bit mad. Anyways, their coach is Inzaghi for Lazio, stayed there. He almost won the league last season, as well as Atalanta and Inter. They had a great battle with Juventus for the league. Now, I think they're going to be falling even lower this season. I did get some decent players in like Muriqi, Fares, Escalante, Chiene and Di Gennaro. So I think nothing special, but I think it's a 6th place finish for Lazio. Now in 5th, many of you, the whole world watching this video is going to be like, you're nuts, you're crazy, you're absolutely mental. Maybe, maybe, but in 5th place is going to be Pirlo's Juventus. Yes, you heard me correctly, Pirlo's Juventus. Not much explaining to do really, just Ronaldo's out right now. Do not know how long he will be out for. He could be out for 2 weeks, just like Ibrahimovic was. He could be out for longer, who knows. They've got McNenny, who's also out. They've got Dybala, who has been injured for quite a while, and he's not been himself really. You've got a few players that have also been rumoured to be leaving. You've got the coach who does not have experience. You've got a team that is not built fully. And I think they're going to be having a revamping session these next few seasons. I don't think they're going to be winning much in these next few seasons, which isn't bad for them because they've also almost won 10 consecutive Scudetti, which again is amazing, but I don't think they're going to do it. 10 Scudetti, I don't think they're going to do it. They're going to finish 5th place. And I think they're going to be battling with the team they were battling with last season for the Scudetto, and that is Inter Milan. Now, hear me out, alright? Inter have one of the, in my opinion, one of the worst defences in terms of the top 5 to 6 teams. They do not know how to defend. Conte's football is based on defensive football. He defends, he does not play interesting football. The players he have helps him play attacking football because he has the likes of Lukaku, who is doing amazing, Sanchez, who is doing things that I never saw him do at United, and players like Lautaro, who are scoring goals left, right and centre from outside the box. But are they gonna be crucial when they need to be crucial? Because against Lazio, a team that Atalanta beat 4-1, Inter slipped up massively. They massively slipped up. Benevento, a team that they should have beat comfortably with at least 3-0. They conceded goals to Benevento. Their defence is not what it should be. With the derby coming up this weekend, I think it will show which Milan team is better, and I hope I don't eat my own words here. But right now, I think Milan are a better team, and I think that we will, unless it's postponed, I think we will beat them. I'm not going to give a prediction. I'm just saying I think we will beat them. They have a lot of depth. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think the coach has it in his locker. He's done it with Juventus, yes, but I just have a gut feeling, and I have them 4th place. Now, many of you are going to be asking, where's your team? Where's this team? Where's AC Milan? Surely you have not put them as Scudetto winners. And my reply to you is no, definitely not. I have not put them as Scudetto winners. We brought in some great players like Kalulu, who is young. We made the signings of Ibrahimovic, extending his contract. We made the signings of Rebic, extending his contract here, and Salamakers extending their contracts. Brahim Diaz, Dalot from United. We brought in Tataruzano, the goalkeeper. We brought in Haug, or Auge, the attacking left wing. We brought in a lot of players, plus we have a lot of youngsters like Maldini and Colombo. We have a lot of depth. We have so much depth. We have so much depth, and I think that, and because we have been unbeaten in the past like 20 games, I think we're going to continue doing that well, and I think we're going to get 3rd place. We have not finished 3rd place in so long. We've been breaking records left, right and centre this year, or our own records anyways, and I think we're going to do it, but we're going to get our goal of achieving Champions League football this year, and I am really excited to see what this year holds, unless the league is postponed. Please don't be postponed. Now, in 2nd and 1st, who is winning the league? Most of you guys are saying, is it going to be Atalanta, or is it going to be, wait, what other team is there? That's probably what you're thinking. It is Napoli. Napoli and Atalanta are both up there. Who's winning the league? For me, it is going to be Atalanta. Because, so now you know my whole predictions. And Atalanta winning the league this season for me. Gasperini, an amazing coach, he has said that they are stronger than last season. And if he sees them that they are stronger than last season and the results they are producing, it's incredible. A team like this, who has such low salaries, the values of the players have risen so much. They have players like Muriel, who I remember with Lecce. They have so much attacking power. The defence is great as well. The style of football that Gasperini plays just makes everyone want to watch Atalanta. They almost beat Paris Saint-Germain last season in the Champions League. They got Lammers in. Yeah, they basically brought in Romero, Miranchuk, who was a target of AC Milan, Piccini, De Paoli and Lammers. While they kept most of their big players like Gomez, Zapata, Muriel. They did sell, I think, Castagne, I don't know, to Leicester. But yeah, and I think they're going to do it. Gasperini for the title, in my opinion. Now, going on to Napoli. Napoli, I'm a big fan of Napoli for the simple reason that they have players that I like and a very, very big place in my heart. Gattuso. He is the coach of Napoli and I love him. And I think that he's going to coach them to success this season. I think with Osimhen up front, with Mertens signing a new contract, with Insigne, all of that playing together, Bakayoko going to the club as well, that defense keeping Koulibaly, they're going to get 2nd place in my opinion. That's it from me. Basically, those are my predictions. You've got Atalanta in 1st, Napoli in 2nd, Milan in 3rd, Inter in 4th, Juventus in 5th, Lazio in 6th, Roma in 7th, 8th Fiorentina, 9th Sassuolo, 10th Hellas Verona, 11th Cagliari, 12th Bologna, 13th Torino, 14th Udinese, 15th Benevento, 16th Sampdoria, 17th Parma, 18th is Genoa, 19th Spezia, and 20th place Crotone. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Before you leave, I'm going to tell you who I think will be the capocannoniere, which is the top scorer and also the one who gets the most assists and also the one who gets the most clean sheets in the league. I think the top scorer this season in the league is going to be, I'm going to give a few options. I'm going to give 5 options, and these, I'm thinking that these will be in top 5. So I'm going to give in Ronaldo, I'm going to give in Gomez, I'm going to put in Mertens, I'm going to put in, who else was there? Zapata, I'll put Zapata in there, and I'm going to put in there also Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think those will be the top 5 goal scorers of the Serie A this season. Lukaku is also an option, Lautaro maybe, but no, the first 5 I mentioned will be my top 5 goal scorers of this season. Many Inter fans are not going to be happy. Many Juventus fans might not be happy with the place that I put them in, but I think it's going to be an upset. Atalanta will take it, and I think Milan will do well as well. As I said, I hope you have enjoyed. For top assister this season, I am going to go with one player and one player only to get the top place in top assister this season, and that is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And in terms of clean sheets, it's going to be Donnarumma from AC Milan, for the simple reason that we have kept a lot of clean sheets this season in football. And Çalhanoğlu is doing very well for us as well, one of the best players in Europe, one of the players that's assisted the most in Europe and contributed in the most goals in Europe for quite a few months. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed. I hope this video has been a success. Had a few faults here and there, but yeah, hope you have enjoyed my first ever predictions video on this channel for a whole season, and I hope when I go back to react to them when the season's over that I will be right in some of them at least. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, guys. Peace.
You like a